the person, by the way, that's going to bug you. Because my teacher told me you never learn anything unless you're truly uncomfortable. And so I'm here to make you miserable for an hour. And then the whole weekend will be a true success. So everybody, let me hear fully 2 feet in. Feel that. Now, feel that vibration. Breathe it in. This is the energy that makes miracles happen. You are in the perfect conditions right now in this frequency to attract something that's been very elusive and out of your touch. So everybody, just take that moment, take the opportunity, breathe in. Open your heart so that you are able to receive more. Now what I'm going to ask you to do is, everybody, I'm going to ask you to put your notebooks away because your notebooks are in the way. Nothing you write is going to get you to your intuitive mind. You should see people with their notebooks. Besides, you know what you do with those notebooks? You take notes and you take notes and you take notes, and then you put the notebook away and you forget all the notes. So what we're going to do instead is have experiences where you have direct connection with your authentic self. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to do this. Breathe in through the nose and then say, moi. Again, breathe in, open your jaw till you hear a click in your ear. Moi. This time, feel what happens in your heart when you do that. And then, ha! And breathe. Listen. Instant meditation. Perfectly quiet in there. We're opening the energy here. And it is the energy here that allows you to be truly sixth sensory. There are 2 types of people on this planet right now. 5 sensories and 6 sensories. And they are not at all the same. 5 sensories are people who live strictly out of the left brain, out of the ego. They identify themselves only by that kind of information. Everything is out picturing. And because the ego by nature is fearful, the entire paradigm or point of view is me against you. And you scare me. And up goes that field of defense that only lets people in so close. So with that pushing away, the 5 sensory is walking in a field of fear. And they're trying to manage that fear so they're not terribly available to other people. Or subtle energy, which is what intuitive energy is. The 5 sensory has a signature. Their signature is, you can always see it. They have really tight lips and a really tight butt. Call it tight butt syndrome. And you ask them how they are. I'm fine. I'm fine. TBS. And their energy is really stifling. It sucks the life out of you. You don't know quite what happened. When you're in that field, you just feel a little bit of your spirit just sniped away. But then there's another type of person, the 6th sensory. And the 6th sensory, we 6 sensories, we know that we are spirit. And as spirit, we know there's no them. There's just us. And that we share the same spirit. We share the same breath. So all of a sudden, that spirit no longer sees the world as potential enemy, but every single moment is opportunity. The 6th sensory looks at the world very differently. The 5 sensories, we're different. You scare me. But the 6th sensory is, we're the same. Let's connect. And better yet, let's create. The 6th sensory has a very different signature. They always have a sparkle in their eye. There's always a smile on their lips. And there always is just a little bit of energy in their hips. Because have you ever heard the expression, the spirit moved me? Well, how movable are you? The tight butt's like, Or the sixth sense, we're dancers. We dance with energy. We spin with energy. We spin it up. So the five sensory is someone who stops the flow and tries to control and get more information. Where the beauty of really spinning up into your intuition is, guess what? You don't have to think anymore. Instead, you're present, you feel, you listen. You respond for dissonance, resonance. You move in when it's time or you move back. And there's no moment of language. There's the first brain is the heart. Your heart is an intelligent organ. And this first brain informs the body way before the brain develops. And the second organ in your body to develop is the cochlear, the inner ear. All the other senses come later, and through that straight to your heart. We are being informed energetically. And not in bits and pieces like the left brain creating a story. We are being informed in a unified field. The aha. The feeling that you can't even find language for. And you know you're really intuitive when you don't need language. You just go with it. The five senses are outward senses that get defined and get formulated by influence of winning approval and trying to abandon and not be yourself. But the sixth sense is actually the first sense that takes you home. And it isn't fearful. It is your heartbeat. It is your life force. And it is your power. So breathe.